Alright, so what I want to go over today is something I've been talking about and wanting to do for quite some time. I've talked to my wife about this a couple times, but before I get really into it, there's two things I want to go over. Number one, if you guys could, I've had a bunch of people message me and I love it. I love you guys getting a hold of me and I appreciate every bit of it. If you guys could do me one favor, please message me through the actual business page. It's linked below. Every time I do post a video, I put the link for it below. The reason I like it through that, it keeps my personal life and my personal page separate from the YouTube channel itself. Don't get me wrong, I love getting information from you guys. I love getting feedback from y'all, but there is a time and place that I kind of like to separate things if possible. I know that's not always possible, but if you guys could, if you ever need to message me or get a hold of me, please go through my Facebook page below. I always answer back. I have what I've seen so far, it should even say in there, I have 100% responsiveness. I always respond back, or at least try to do the best I can to get back with everybody. So if you please could do that, I would deeply appreciate it. Thank you very much. Number two, shirts. I had said about shirts. If you guys want to buy one, that's the back. This is the front. So if anyone's interested in buying one, please let me know. I figured you guys would want to know. Yeah, I think they came out pretty nice and I'm pretty stinking happy about them. They're 25 bucks shipped, guys, so anywhere in the lower 48. If you guys want to buy one, let me know. Right now, I only have large and extra large sizes, just trying to feel it out. Yeah, so if anybody wants one, let me know. I can always get more if you need a different size. Please message me. It shouldn't be that hard for me to get other sizes, but I'm just trying to test this out because I'm not really sure where to go. All right, let's get to the fun stuff now. So, like the title states, should I buy my wife a Supra? So, I've been thinking about this for quite some time. I've talked to my wife on this many times now. I have mine, I've had mine for 6 years, but she needs something, she's been wanting something. So if there's something I can tell you guys about myself too is, I'm into cars, but at the same time I hate them. And I think everyone has that love-hate relationship, except mine's a little bit different. I don't like pissing money away. What I mean by that is, cars are horrible investments. Luckily for me, I happen to find a car and I enjoy a car that keeps going up in value. I kind of lucked into that and I fell in love with the Supra. I never knew that they were going to go up in value. That was just dumb luck. So my wife's been wanting another car, another sports car of some sorts. She had a Scion TC. I don't really consider that a sports car, but she really enjoyed that vehicle. And I've been wanting an automatic Supra. So if I can find her a white automatic and kind of give it to her as a gift, that would be awesome. I'd like to kind of surprise her with her too. She doesn't ever really watch these YouTube channel videos, so she's really not gonna ever see this. Hopefully your friends don't run your big mouths and tell her about this, but I'd like to find one for her. I shouldn't say like to find one, I found two right now. There's one in Maryland, it's a red one, and there's one in Texas right now and it's white. To me, I don't even care if it's turbo or non-turbo, I can always swap the motor, that's not an issue. If it is already turbo, that's great, makes my life a little bit easier, but doesn't really matter to me. It must be white. That's one of the things, and I must have black interior. She hates tan interior, so it makes it a little bit harder because most of the white Supras came with tan interior. So making it black is gonna be a little bit harder for me to find, but I think I'll be able to get it. Now, here's another thing with going through all this. People are, I know what's gonna happen. Ryan, you paying cash for this? Absolutely not. Do I have cash on hand? Yes. Am I going to put all my cash into a car? No. Why would I do that? Well, because I like to have free capital at times, so if I need to buy something or do stuff, I have it there. I'm gonna take out a loan just like every other Joe Schmo. I'm gonna go to a bank. I've been part of Patriot Federal Credit Union for quite some time. That's actually how I got this card, which there just goes my phone because I had it sitting there. That's how I got this card. And it was easy. I got like 3% interest rate too on a car that's 20 some years old. They've been fantastic, so that's probably who I'm gonna go through again. And yeah, take out a normal loan to get a car. So, I don't know, what's your guys' feedback on this? Is something I've been talking about for a while. I've been really wanting to get my wife a sports car of some sort, and I'm really leaning towards getting another Supra, just for the fact that if, God forbid, she's like, you know what, I don't like this, or if we need money, I know I can get out of that car like that and not think twice about it. I know I'll just be able to get out of it. I mean, even if I would have to take a minor loss to get out of it quick, it wouldn't be anything big. Actually, I don't even think I would take a loss. I mean, I think it's just that easy to sell these cars right now. They just sell that easily and they're that desired, especially if you have a left-hand drive US model. Okay, so that's that. People are probably gonna ask me also, why would you get a manual? Well, my wife can't drive a manual car. Well, why don't you teach her? Great question. I tried to teach her multiple times. I had friends try to take her. She tried I had a Lexus IS250 manual. Yes, people, they made an IS250 manual. I'm not sure if anyone actually knew that or not. I had special order that, but that's another story in itself. I had a Corolla that was brand new. She tried driving that. I had my Celica. She tried 3 different cars. She tried multiple people. I tried with her. She tried with different girls, different guys to try and learn how to drive. And she just, every time she would just freak out and kind of panic. I'm actually going to try one more time in this car. People probably think I'm crazy, but this car is actually really easy to drive compared to any vehicle I've had. And it's not really going to hurt anything for the most part. I mean, stalling the engine in and out, whatever, but the clutch itself is all that's really going to get hurt, or the transmission, which it's the W58. I don't care. It's not going to hurt it. I'll even turn the boost the whole way down. With her even taking off, she's not going to do anything. But so yeah, that's why we're going with automatic. Plus, I would like to have an automatic myself also. I'd like just a nice cruiser on the weekends, not have to shift through gears. If we go where I live, we live quite close to Baltimore, Maryland, and Washington D.C. And if any of you have ever been there, 495, the Beltway as they call it, go around it, is an absolute nightmare to get around, and it's stop and go traffic. And with a heavy clutch, no fun. So I myself wouldn't mind actually having a car to take for long drives or something, or if we would like to go to Myrtle Beach and take a sports car. I really wouldn't want to take this. I think this is going to be my pride and joy, my baby, and her car can kind of be if it's raining, we'll take it, or if it's even for a long weekend somewhere, we'll take it. It can sit outside and I won't care as much. So yeah, that's kind of the thought process behind it also, because I want her to be able to get in it and go shopping or use the car. I don't want it to just sit in the garage. It's not going to just be another babyfied car. There's some purists out there probably saying, well, Ryan, what about getting parts? In my eyes, I think the parts are coming back already. As soon as something gets discontinued, people start to gripe about it, and man, someone usually steps up and takes care of it. Especially with 3D printing now. I was always worried about the plastics and that being an issue. Well, with 3D printing, I just don't see that being an issue anymore. I mean, I just don't have any issue whatsoever about that. And dashes and all the soft material, just have it wrapped in leather. Problem solved. I mean, that's not that big of a deal either. I still think there's a few new dashes out there and so on and so forth, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Yeah, I think my wife will really like this. I think she'll be a little ecstatic. I think she's probably gonna smack me first and go, how much money did you spend? And just like in that voice, it'll sound like that. Just how much money did you spend? And then she'll be like ecstatic and probably kiss me and be all happy. So I think I'm gonna do it. My problem is finding someone that has an automatic for sale, finding one that I know I can trust, because I'm not gonna fly there to get it. I'm just being realistic. I'm most likely not gonna fly to wherever this car is to get it. I prefer local if possible, but let's be realistic, it's a Supra. They're not exactly that common, so I'm gonna have to probably buy something from somewhere else. Besides that red one that is actually lives in Bowie, Maryland, it's like an hour from me. That's actually pretty close, but I prefer white. Well, she pretty much 99% said it has to be white. I think if I got a red one, she'd deal with it, but she wants a white one. So that's what I gotta look for right now. So if any of you guys know of any for sale, it must be an automatic, must be a stock automatic. I will not do turbo 400, no big bills, any of that nonsense. Another thing too, like I said earlier, it could be turbo, non-turbo. I'd like to keep it as stock-ish as possible. I saw some single turbo ones like the one in Texas was, and that's fine. He was still actually running a stock ECU, stock for the most part. He pretty much just took off the stock twins and put a single turbo on it just because the stock twins went bad, and just kept the boost low on it. You know, it made a little bit extra horsepower, but it actually made it simpler by going to single turbo, kind of like I did with mine back in the day when I ran a stock ECU on mine. It was just to clean things up. So I mean, I'm okay with that, but I don't want a standalone car. I do not want to deal with all that. I don't want to deal with tuning, no custom wire harnesses, unless it's a swap car, and then I know it has like a tweaked harness or something, and it's fine. I know this car is pretty good in and out now. I know what to look for the most part. I'd like for it to have ABS still, just because she's going to be driving it, and I love her to death driving, and her sometimes can be a little So I'd rather have every safety precaution possible. So yeah, so guys, if you have anything out there, please let me know ASAP. One last thing I wanted to talk about this is gonna be totally off subject of the whole wife getting a car thing, is up pipes and open down pipes. I am not a fan at all. I think straight pipe's cool. You have it come out the back, great. But I'm a clean freak, so an up pipe and all that residue, even if you run 85 or race gas, I've seen the windows discolor, I've seen what the hoods look like. It just always looks like shit. The smell from it and everything too. I just don't quite get it. I understand if you have a true race car, but I see these guys with street cars and they think it's cool because they have an up pipe or straight down pipe. I just think it's really stupid. Maybe that's my opinion. Maybe I'm being, what's the word I'm looking for here? Maybe I'm being too judgmental. But I mean, if you want to do it, great, good for you. But I don't quite understand all that. I'd like to hear you guys' feedback on up pipes and straight straight down pipe and just straight to the ground. I mean, it sounds cool, I guess. I just don't get it for a true street car. If I'm on a true street car, I want to make sure all the exhaust gas, everything is out of the car, out to the back. Even with my catch can, it's a little bit iffy for me at times because I've never smelled anything to this day. I've never smelled any fuel or any oil inside the car from a catch can. But it's still, there's that chance there. And technically not that environmentally friendly, but who cares about that part. But yeah, I'd like to hear you guys' feedback on that part and see what you guys think about the up pipes and straight down pipes. I'm not a big fan, but maybe you guys love it. All right, guys, thank you very much as usual. I appreciate everything you guys do. Like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Peace.